Hey everybody, it's Dee Dee. So I've been watching some videos today about one of my favorite topics to talk about, which is borderline personality disorder. Because my ex-husband had it, and I had a friend years ago who had it, and I know that have it, and I just think it's important to know from their end of things what goes on in their minds and why they behave the way they do, and maybe something that they can help themselves move past some of their normal reactions and stuff. So I've been just avidly researching this in between calls and tutoring and stuff. I just wanted to share it. Um, Maybe it'll help you encourage somebody in your life that has this and deals with it. All right, so first of all, and there's some things in this I didn't even know. I'm really learning myself still about the whole thing. I'm not any expert on certain things. I'm probably more of a, I guess, if you want to call it an expert on narcissism than on borderline. And that's simply because I've done extensive research. I have pored over Sam Vaknin's materials and on my own have been through all kinds of relationships with narcissists. So I understand narcissism, I think, really well. Borderline is a little bit trickier for me, believe it or not. Hey, Michelle. Um, it's just a little more tricky. And I think that's because narcissists seem almost like on the sinister, evil side more than a borderline would. Borderline people want friendship. My friend years ago wanted friendship. Rachel, I think is what I called her the last time. I don't want to give her real name. Rachel wanted friendship. She craved friendship. She tried to make friends with many of us, and she just really kind of pulled you close but pushed you away at the same time very soon afterwards, and you weren't really sure half the time which you were going to get. Was she going to want relationship with you or push away the relationship? So that's kind of the point I'm going to be coming from. So one thing they found out about people with borderline, this is new to me, hi Peggy, is they are empathic to an extent. They are. So it seems like when you're with somebody that's borderline, I know Rachel could like almost read my mind, it seemed like. She just always knew how I was feeling. And it almost was disconcerting because she'd say, hey, Dee Dee, which I wasn't Dee Dee back then, but anyway, Dee Dee, I know how you're feeling right now. I know you must be so sad. I know you're upset. I know you're devastated. And it's kind of like that's a personal thing, your feelings. You don't want people to know them. And if they know them, you don't want them to tell you how you feel. Now, here's the little twist. Rachel, because she was borderline, she knew how I felt, but at the same time, she perceived it as something I was feeling that was against her. So if she knew I was sad, it must have been something I said. Did I say something? Did I do something? Why are you upset at me? Why are you angry at me? And I'm like, oh yeah, sorry, Michelle. Why are you turning against me? Why won't you talk to me? Why won't you tell me what you're feeling? It was just like kind of an invasive feeling that Rachel did to me constantly. And it was uncomfortable. And the problem, I know you do, Michelle. The problem was she was right that I was feeling bad, but she was not the reason. It was not directed at her. But somebody with borderline thinks that everything you feel and everything you do and everything you say, or most things you say and do and feel, are because you don't like them, you don't want them in your life, you want to reject them, you want to hurt them. And that's how Rachel behaved all the time. Like there was this defense wall up all the time. I could never get real close to her. And by the way, this happened back between, what was it, 1990. Let's see. I'm trying to think of where I was when I met Rachel. Okay, I was still living at my former mother-in-law's house. So that was in 99. 99 was when I met Rachel. And I was with her till 2006, I believe. So between those years is when all this happened, just to give you kind of a timeline. So she would interpret my feelings, my negative feelings, as being because of her or directed at her, and it never was. It was always something I was dealing with in my marriage or in my family or whatever. Now, the problem with Rachel feeling, yes, I know, Michelle. The problem with Rachel feeling like um, I was against her, it triggered her fear of abandonment or fear of loss or fear of rejection. And she would have to solve the problem like right away. She'd have to figure it out and fix it. She couldn't wait. She couldn't weigh the situation and step back and say, gee, Dee Dee's feeling sad, but maybe it's not something I did. She said it wasn't something I did. She couldn't do that. She just really struggled with thinking that when somebody felt bad, she was to blame. She was the reason why. So she would need this really quick response, which caused her to become very paranoid. I've told the story before about when I was on Yahoo, as in like yahoo.com, and she was in a chat room, and I was typing private things to her, but it was showing up in the chat room. And I wasn't doing it purposely. I was thinking I was doing like a private message with her, instant message. And she was so mad at me. She's like, why are you sharing all our private information in this chat room? What is wrong with you? And I was like, what are you talking about? Sharing private information? I'm messaging you. It's all showing up in the chat room. You're trying to make me look bad. You're trying to smear me. You're trying to embarrass me. No, I wasn't. I didn't even know it was showing up in there. But Rachel couldn't step back for a minute and realize, oh, well, gee, maybe Dee Dee doesn't realize there's some kind of glitch in the system that's making all her private messages to me show up in the room. No, Rachel automatically assumed I was out to get her, was out to make her look bad in front of all her friends on Yahoo in this public chat room, and none of that was the case. Well, that is what one thing is like dealing with somebody that has borderline personality disorder. They become almost instantly paranoid and scared, and they get that guard up, like, you're not going to hurt me like this. So that's one part. So they don't have the ability to stop and consider and think about what they're going to say or do before they do. They just automatically assume and judge and just want to lash out and punish you because you're out to get them and you did this thing that made them so humiliated and embarrassing, and you're no kind of friend, you know. So they feel like things got to be immediately dealt with. It's got to be done yesterday, and they cannot wait, and they can't piece it together that maybe it's not really what it seems, like a person without the disorder could. So they interpret things that people do as if it's like a personal attack, is what I'm saying. So here's an example. This is a made up example. So a person is supposed to pick you up. We're going to call him Joe, okay? Because guys can have personality disorders too. We're going to say Joe, your date, was going to pick you up at the movies to bring you home. You had gone there with a friend and she already went home, and your boyfriend is coming to pick you up at the movie. He doesn't show up at 4 o'clock, which is when the movie ended. Now, a non-borderline person would say, huh, that's weird. Wonder why Joe is not picking me up. It's 4:30. Been a half an hour late. Oh my gosh, I hope something didn't happen to him. I'm just like frustrated because it's getting late and I want to go home and eat. I'm kind of hungry. I didn't buy anything at the movie theater. But maybe something came up. I don't know. Gee, I hope, something didn't happen to the car. Stuff like that. Well, somebody with borderline, if Joe did not come and pick them up, might think like this. Huh, it's 4:30. I wonder where Joe is. He never waits this long to pick me up. What's his problem? I bet he's flirting with that chick down the street. Oh my gosh, I bet that's exactly what he's doing. He's with Nancy down the street. I can't stand her, that two-bit, good-for-nothing, blankety blank. Why would he be with Nancy? What has she got that I don't have? What's wrong with Joe? Why isn't he here? What on earth? Oh my gosh, I bet I know what it is. He's not picking me up on purpose. It's because I burnt the pork chops last night. He's not picking me up because he wants to punish me. That's what this is. Joe is going to punish me by being late. No, maybe that's not what it is. Huh. I can't figure it out. He just never. Well, I'm just not going to stand for this. Oh, picks up the phone. Joe, Joe, this is Mary. Where on earth are you? Why are you not here? It's 4:30. Joe, I'm not going to put up with this anymore. I'm breaking up with you if you don't start being on time. And she's talking to the answering machine, by the way. She's like, I can't believe this. I can't believe you did this to me. Hangs up the phone. I just can't believe he did this. It's 4:30. Why on earth would he do this? What did I do so bad that Joe wants to hurt me like this? I bet he's online right now telling everybody what a loser I am. I bet he's telling them about how I burnt the pork chops last night, about how bad I was to him last week. I bet he told them I couldn't even kiss right. Oh, that Joe. He makes me so mad. Picks up the phone again. Joe, this is Mary. I've already called you once. Why are you not calling me back? It's 4:45. I can't wait much longer, Joe. This isn't fair. Why didn't you pick me up? You told me 4 o'clock. It's too late, Joe. It's too late. You know what? Forget you. I don't need you. I'm just gonna, I don't know. I'm gonna find a way home or something. Hangs up. This really makes me mad. Where is Joe? Oh my gosh. What a jerk. What did I ever see in Joe? I don't know what I was thinking. Why did I hook up with this idiot? Joe, this is it. I'm giving you an ultimatum. You either get your butt over here now or we're through. I'm done. I'm not talking to you again. Hangs up. Where is he? I don't know my way home. I might get lost. Oh my gosh. It's getting dark. Where is he? I can't live without him. I'm all alone. I remember what it was last time when Mark broke up with me. I don't want to be alone. It's like so empty and cold and scary and lonely. I don't want to be in this house alone. It's too dark. It's too. I'm hearing noises and stuff when I'm there. I need Joe. I better call him and apologize. Oh my gosh, what was I thinking? Why did I do that? What's the matter with me? I'm so stupid. You're so stupid, Mary. What are you thinking? He loves you. Why would you treat him like that? He deserves better than you. You know what? He shouldn't even stick around with you. You wouldn't stay with you. Why does Joe stay? Joe, it's Mary. Joe, I'm so sorry. I should have never said all those things. I didn't really mean it, Joe. Joe, please come and pick me up. I love you, baby. Joe, I'll just wait here, Joe. I won't call you again, I promise. I won't. We'll work it out, baby. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Please. I don't blame you if you can't forgive me. I don't blame you at all. I wouldn't forgive me. I wouldn't even live with me. All right, Joe. I'm going to go. But please, honey, please come and get me so we can talk about this and work this out. Okay, I love you. Bye. Hangs up. That, lovely people, is borderline personality disorder. I know this really well firsthand. I know this from my foster brother's ex-girlfriend and how she blew up our phone the day we went to the zoo and called him literally every 3 minutes on his phone. Being angry, being sorry, being angry again, being sorry again. That's borderline. That's bipolar too sometimes. But I think borderlines, it's a quicker shift. Bipolar, it's a longer shift. So it's like a few days depressed, and then it's a few days manic, or sometimes longer depression, less days manic, and vice versa. With a borderline, it's throughout the day. Throughout the day. Okay, so, hi TL. Okay, so anyways, their mind assumes that you have sinister motives. You're abandoning them. You're disrespecting them. You're neglecting them, rejecting them, smearing them, telling people how awful they are, whatever. That's what their mind does at first. Then their mind flips again, and says how could I think that way? What is wrong with me? That person would never do that to me. Something's wrong with me. I don't understand why I said what I did. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, he's going to leave me if I don't apologize and make things right. Just like that. So as a borderline, you're thinking, you don't think, oh my gosh, maybe he's not here because he forgot something at the house. He had to turn around and go back. Maybe he got a phone call and it kept him on longer than he expected. Maybe the car won't start. Maybe the phone didn't charge and he couldn't call me and let me know that he was going to be late. Maybe something came up. They don't think like that. They really don't. I'm talking about extremes here, by the way. Okay, so then, as you saw from my illustration of Joe and Mary, the borderline acts out because they cannot handle that feeling of being rejected, which is their perception. It's not really that they're being rejected, it's that they perceive they're being rejected. So now the next thing that happens is they got to figure out a way to fix things. They got to repair it all. They can't wait it out, let it blow over, let things calm down. They've got to do something to make it better. So they don't think of alternatives like I just showed you because they feel almost trapped. Like I showed you how Mary reacted. Oh my gosh, I'm going to lose him. I don't want to be alone. I don't like being alone. It's lonely in this house. I'm used to having Joe around. Rachel used to tell me this stuff all the time too. That's another reason I know. So they distort the positives and the neutrals. So what this means is neutral. Well, maybe something happened. Maybe something came up. Maybe they couldn't reach me. Maybe they went back to the house. All of that is neutral. The maybe, the alternatives. The positives would be like, oh, well, maybe he's picking me up something nice from the store. Maybe he's got flowers and he's putting them together for me and bringing me gifts. And maybe he just is planning something special for when we get home. Maybe there's candlelight dinner or something when I get home. Maybe he's just trying to surprise me and make my day even more special. No, they don't think like that. They think of automatic negative. High Life by the River. All right, so they distort the positives and the neutrals and they escalate the negatives. Now, how do you combat this? If you have borderline personality disorder, you need to slow down, take some breaths, realize that maybe your perception could be off, and think before acting. Think about what could be the case. And then look for things in your environment to tell you, hey, this must be what's going on. It doesn't always work in every situation, but most situations you can tell if maybe you're just kind of jumping the gun and assuming a lot of stuff, or maybe there really is something going on. And if there is, then, deal with that when you can. But don't automatically, bam, snap to it. The reason why is because the rapid thoughts, just like in bipolar, with a borderline, their thoughts automatically go to fear of rejection, fear of abandonment. And they will do anything they can to avoid that, no matter what it is. So slow down, take some breaths, think before acting, consider the consequences if you do what you're thinking of doing, and then try to stop yourself from doing what you're thinking of doing. Maybe if it's a repeat behavior, remind yourself, hey, the last time I did this, it didn't work well for me. That helps. The problem with somebody with BPD is they don't, as they say with anybody with a personality disorder, is they often don't know where they end and the person begins. So what you see is somebody being a boundary breaker, a boundary trespasser. If you have a boundary, hey, I really can't talk after this hour, the borderline person is calling you after that hour because they just got to talk to you. There's something so desperate they need to talk to you about. I know Rachel used to do this to me all the time. Blew up my phone. Yes, I see you, Sunshine Baby. I do. They blew up my phone with every kind of reason under the sun. Some were legit, some not so legit. Just so they could just talk to me and hold onto that conversation with me just a little tiny bit longer. So the borderline doesn't know where somebody's limits are. So what they do is they will force you into situations, or try to force you into situations where they want you to do something, and they'll say, well, you really should do this. You need to do that. This works better for you. This is best for you. I'm not going to steer you wrong. I'm your best friend. I'm not going to, betray you. You need to trust me. You need to do this. And you feel this pressure on your head and every other part of you to do what the borderline says or else. And you don't know how to tell them, look, I appreciate your concern. I appreciate your suggestion, but I'm not going to do that. That's not what I'm choosing to do. Because when you do that, then they feel butthurt, as Matthew says, and they go into this other spiral of, fine, I won't give you any more advice. That's fine. I don't even know why I stay with you. You don't ever listen to me. You give me all kinds of advice, but you won't take my advice. Okay, well, it's unsolicited, so maybe you didn't take their advice because you didn't ask for it. You didn't want it. So you're not feeling strongly compelled to listen to what they said and do what they want you to do. They violate your boundaries because they don't have boundaries of their own, a lot of them. They don't understand the concept of boundaries and sticking to them. They sometimes will make boundaries, but actually applying them, no. Rachel didn't have very many boundaries. She came and went as she pleased, didn't care who it hurt, said what she wanted. It was rough. It was a rough situation. So they will do anything, like I said, to not be abandoned or feel alone. When boundaries are set, the borderline sees this as like an attack on them. Like, okay, so you're saying I can't call you at 8 o'clock like I was calling you. Why? Did I do something wrong? What did I do? Was it something I said? I thought we were good. What's going on? What did I do? Tell me so I can fix it. Let me make it up to you. No, you don't understand, Rachel. I go to bed at 10:30. 8 o'clock is my time with my husband, so I'm not taking any phone calls at that time. Yeah, but we were talking on the phone at 8. You said I could call you anytime. I know, but it's becoming a problem between my husband and me, Rachel, so I really am not comfortable with that. Fine. That's fine. Just be that way then. I'm not being any certain way. What are you talking about? Well, I don't understand why you have to all of a sudden have this rule. You never had rules before. We could just talk to each other anytime. Rachel, this isn't a personal vendetta against you. I've just decided in my life that these last few hours before I go to bed, I need to spend with my husband. Yeah, I know. That's fine. Whatever. I shouldn't even said anything. You're right. You should just spend time with your husband. It's all right. He's much more important than I am anyways. So that's a subtle guilt trip, very subtle, but it is a guilt trip. And you shouldn't feel guilty about spending time with your loved ones and putting your friend over here for a little bit. They should understand if they're your true friend. Borderlines do not understand that. They take it as, you don't like me, you never liked me, you like him better. There's no winning. There's no winning until they deal with their issues. All right, so let's see. There are 4 types of boundaries. I learned this today from Dr. something. I can't remember what his name is. One of the research things that I looked at. There's a solid boundary, which means that it's almost narcissistic. You don't need anybody. You're going to do your own thing. You don't need people. You're not going to get that close to anybody. And if somebody is just like, hey, talk to the hand. I don't want to deal with you. I am not going to let you into my inner circle. And they do that with everybody, then yeah, that's probably pretty narcissistic. But somebody that sets a boundary that is just like, look, I have certain times you can call me, certain times you can't. That's how it is. That is not what I'm talking about. That's not a solid boundary. That is a different kind of boundary we'll talk about in a minute. Then there's something called a loose boundary. Now, what a loose boundary is setting a boundary but not sticking to it. Like, okay, I only want you to call me up till 8 o'clock, not after. That's a boundary. But to the borderline, that's something they can see as a loose boundary. Oh, well, I'll just wait till like 8:15. She won't mind. It's only a few minutes after 8. No, that's a loose boundary. That's not healthy. You need to honor people's boundaries, period. And sometimes the people will be gracious and say, well, okay, it's only 15 minutes. With a borderline, it's really hard because you really need to stick firmly to your boundaries because it's kind of one of those things, you give them an inch, they'll take a mile. You have to stay firm and not be moved and not fluctuate one way or the other, because they need to learn that, okay, this is your boundary and we're not fluctuating from it. You can call me up till 8 and then I will be unavailable to you. You will have to find some other way to cope with your loneliness and your emptiness, because I will not be the one that's there at that time. I will be with my husband. Okay, so that's what you have to do. So broken boundaries. What that means is you had boundaries, but they got broken. And a lot of times when the borderline will break boundaries, they tend to be like they want somebody in their life, no matter who it is, no matter how hurtful that person is, no matter how toxic that person is to them, whether they mean to be or not. The borderline is not happy about the relationship, but they stay in it just to have someone. They will hook up with the wrong type of people, often narcissists. And when they hook up with a narcissist, they're hurt. And then the cycle starts all over again of them feeling less than and worthless and abandoned and rejected and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. The next kind of boundary is a very healthy one. It's called an adaptive boundary. This is where the borderline learns, as I said earlier, to look at the situation, take some deep breaths, step back, and realize, whoa, this might backfire and bite me in the tail end if I do this and act on this right now. And if I assume that this is what's going on, what proof do I have that my boyfriend is blowing me off for another woman? I got no proof. I'm just thinking this right now. What proof do I have that he doesn't like me? He told me he liked me. He told me he loved me. He gave me an engagement ring or a promise ring or whatever. So I don't know why I'm thinking he doesn't like me. No, that can't be it. Now, I'm not saying that some people don't mess you over and hurt you and they really don't like you and they mistreat you. I'm talking about in a situation, even with somebody who does genuinely love you and wants to be close to you. Hi, Mommy Mars. So basically, step back and look at the situation. Do you have any proof that what you're thinking and perceiving here is correct? If not, then you might want to think of alternatives that could be happening and could be the case. All right. So you have to ask yourself, as this doctor guy that I was studying today said, is this a person, like in a relationship, is this a person I want in my life or I need in my life? Is this something I want to live through again and experience with somebody? You try to people please sometimes when you don't do this, just to have somebody with you. You'll do whatever they want, even if it goes against your own personal feelings and who you are, just so you can have somebody with you. Not healthy. Also, he talked about oversharing, telling too much too soon to people, just so that you can feel that closeness with them. And it tends to overwhelm people. Now, I know this one firsthand. This is a problem I have had. Even on here, I tend to share too much. Not necessarily too soon, because I've been on here since 2008. But I shared too much of my life. And now everything is open target for anybody that wants to say anything. There were so many things I could have kept private and used discretion. And I didn't. Probably because it was the end of the month and I was no holes barred. I'm just going to tell it all, be real with people, be genuine with people, and just be myself. Well, there's other ways of doing that may be the way I have done it. I don't regret certain things that I've told y'all, but there are things I regret that I have told y'all. So, and I don't need to go into what those are. You can use your own thoughts on that one. I just know I have. So when you overwhelm others, like not just on here, I'm talking about in an actual relationship. Say somebody gets on the bus and you just start telling them your life story. And they're just kind of like, okay, yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I can understand. Right. And they're like moving over. You just done unloaded a loaded gun there in that person on the bus. You just told them everything. They don't even know you. They've never met you. You just told them everything about your whole situation, and they're uncomfortable. You overwhelmed them. So don't be surprised if you're trying to exchange numbers with that person and they're like, yeah, I'll call you sometime, and you never hear from them. because they are overwhelmed and blown away by everything you just told them. That's one way that can happen when you unload on somebody in an unhealthy way. Now, people that have their own issues and have their own need to be needed will stick around for the ride. You'll see them stay in relationships for a long time that are unhealthy. And yes, I know I do that sometimes. I know. I try to think the best of people. I try to give them the second chance and the shadow of the doubt, and I end up screwed in the end. It happens a lot, has throughout my life. You can't do that with a borderline because it's the same cycle over and over and over again. I'm talking about untreated borderlines, not talking about borderlines that are in therapy and applying what they're learning. I'm talking about untreated ones. You cannot do that with them. You can't just keep on keeping your boundaries down and keeping them close to you and being hurt over and over again and ripped to shreds. You don't deserve that. You deserve better in your life, so don't do it. All right. There's inconsistency with people that have borderline personality disorder. You're going to see it all the time. Oh, hi, everybody. I love everybody. It's so good to see you. I'm so glad you came to my party today. I saw this with Rachel all the time. It's so good to have you here. I love everyone. It's just so nice. Aren't we having a good time? Yes, we're all having a good time. I'm so happy. Hey, Aunt Sally, it's good to see you. Frank, thanks for coming by. Okay. And then here's my bestie. Susie's my bestie. I don't know anybody I've ever loved so much. She just really gets me. She's just like my BFF forever and ever and ever, right, Susie? And Susie may be like, yeah, right, Rachel. Or she might be thinking, oh, yes, Rachel. You're just like my all in all. You're just like everything to me. We do everything together. We're so much alike. Oh my gosh. And the next thing you know, you're hearing that Rachel and Mary or Susie or whatever name I just gave her are breaking up. They're splitting off their friendship. Rachel is now going all over the place talking to people about what an awful friend she was and how she doesn't know what she ever saw in her, why she got close to her, telling all kinds of made up stories and embellishments about her and telling everybody beware of her. Do not get close to this woman. She will hurt you like she hurt me. Yeah, so it's an I hate you, don't leave me. And the next day, after however many days this lasts or however many moments it lasts, she's back singing her praises again. Oh, I'm so sorry, Susie. I should have never said those things about you. I don't know why I did that. I'm just an old bum. I don't know why you would hang out with me. I don't get it. I don't know what makes me like this, but it's not you, it's me. There's their favorite phrase. It's not you, it's me. And the actual thing is, it really is them. So they're really telling you the truth. It's not you, it's them. Most of the time. If this kind of stuff is going on, I mean. So they will pull people close. Then they will shove people away. And they'll do this whole thing of, I don't understand why nobody's here. I don't understand where everybody went. Nobody wants to be around me. Everybody left me. Nobody will give me a chance. Nobody will forgive me. Rachel went through this over and over and over again. I can't do anything right anymore. Everything I do goes wrong. What can I do, Dee Dee? Can you help me? See a therapist that specializes in things to treat your BPD, maybe? So you don't keep biting the hands that feed you and pushing away people that genuinely love you? Maybe that's a start. Well, I'm so sorry, Dee Dee. I never meant to hurt you. I'm sure you didn't. I don't know why I do this. People just make me so mad. And then they start projecting on people all the stuff that they're doing as if the other people are the ones doing it. It's just an endless cycle, like I said. Basically what happens, this is what's happening. Here's the dynamic. And then I'll be done and we can just chat about happy stuff and whatever. When somebody is treated this way by someone with borderline personality disorder, I hate you, don't leave me, we're all having a good time, let's party, and then alternately, I can't stand you, stay out of my face, I don't want you near me. When you live with somebody like that, or you're friends with somebody like that, or in a relationship with somebody like that, hi G. Marie. you get to the point where you're not sure which end you're going to get. Is this person going to love me today? Or are they going to stab me with their words today? Or threaten me? Or turn my friends against me? Or try to turn my friends against me? Or are they going to be repentant and cry and whine to me and I'm going to have to try to comfort them? Or are they going to guilt trip me and say, you never listen to me. If you cared about me, you would do this. You would listen to me and you'd do what I tell you to do. You'd take my suggestions if you loved me and you were really my friend. So since we, the non-borderline people, do not know which end is coming our way, we back up and distance ourselves and say, whoa, okay, I'm just going to stay away from borderline Rachel because I don't know what's going to happen and I'm not sure how I'm going to react to it. So we back off, we put our guard up, which then makes borderline Rachel feel rejected, which then kills their self-image, which is already pretty low to begin with. And then basically they feel very justified in the whole, see, you left me too. Nobody stays with me. Nobody loves me. Nobody ever sticks around. Everyone leaves me. There you go. So, borderline friends out there, borderline people, you need to deal with the fact that a lot of times your perceptions are not correct. If you do not have evidence of your perceptions, I mean solid evidence of it, chances are it's your brain, your borderline brain, and your learning skills and lack thereof, and the faulty learning skills that you learn through being rejected and abandoned. That is why you're perceiving that somebody's out to get you or punishing you or doing something awful to you. It's not really happening. It's in your mind. In your mind. So basically, you need to step back and say, hey, what's really going on here? And how do I want to handle this? And if I handle this the way I'm thinking of handling it, what could the outcome be? Well, I'm probably going to push people away, probably going to end up with nobody because nobody likes being spat on. And I say that figuratively, but verbally spat on. Nobody likes to not know which end is up, whether it's going to be a lash out session or a happy party time. People like consistency and balance. So basically, that's what's going on with a borderline. That's what went on with my friend Rachel years ago. It's pretty much the pattern with almost every borderline. I'm not saying every single thing is exactly like I described it, because there's no two people that are the same. There's no individuals that are carbon copies of each other. And everybody's upbringing is a little bit different. Everybody's perceptions are slightly different. But for the most part, borderline personality disorder is based on a fear of abandonment, fear of rejection, fear of being alone with nobody, everybody leaving them. And yeah, it's true, Wilson. It very much is. And they will do anything they can to keep that person in their life, even if the borderline is in danger because the person they're hooking up with is dangerous. This is why I said, yes, she was I think she was narcissistic and psychopathic too. This is why I always tell people, if you come in my room and I make you uncomfortable, or you feel like, oh, Dee Dee's just a real hard arse. She's just so mean and cruel and whatever. Don't come in here. Do not hook yourself up to somebody that's unsafe. And if I am the definition to you of what is unsafe or toxic or narcissistic or whatever label you want to give me, then why are you hooking up to me? Why are you in my room? Why are you trying to befriend me or stay friends with me or be in a close relationship with me? Don't do it, because I am not going to change unless God, like I said, or somebody I trust, like my husband, my daughter, is telling me, Mom, you got this issue. And believe me, they will and have. I don't let many people speak into my life because I don't trust people. And because of things like borderline past friends and narcissistic past friends and histrionic friends that had shadows of borderline and narcissism and psychopathic people that I met, I don't trust everybody. until I get to know them a long, long, long time. J. Marie, I know where she stands. I know she's getting the help. I know she applies the help. And I never feel on the defensive with G. Marie. G. Marie is borderline. She's been diagnosed that. She's admitted that. So I'm not smearing her, just so you know. G. Marie openly talks about her struggles. And we've known each other for a long time. So I have no issue with G. Marie whatsoever. I've never felt like, oh, is she going around all over the internet backstabbing me or smearing me? Never, never once. Even before she got help, I don't think she was ever like that, because she knew that I was a trustworthy person, that I wasn't going to hurt her, and I wasn't going to abandon her and reject her. Matthew. So we haven't had that issue ever. And G was pretty much one of those people that kind of stayed in the background a lot of times too. So we didn't deal with any of that stuff. But Rachel, my friend in the past, oh yeah, it was bad. It was real bad. Oh no, I know. Well, no, of course you're not all bad. You're funny, Grandma Ducky. I can always count on you coming and bringing the funny. Always. But no, I know it's not all bad. But the people that are not dealing with it, that don't acknowledge, I have this issue, I'm hurting people around me, this is not working for me, I need to find new ways of dealing with things. Are there different types of borderlines? Not that I know of. I mean, there's different, like G. Marie said. Why don't you answer that, G? You're the expert, not me. Are there different kinds of borderlines? I think there could be crossovers with borderline, like narcissism. Levels of borderline. Good question. Yeah, I think traits can be a little bit different. I think there can be different levels. And I'm mostly talking about extreme people that have trouble in interpersonal relationships. They drive everybody away they get close to, can't seem to hold on to friendships. That was Rachel. Yes, exactly, Jean Marie, because there are borderlines that are narcissistic borderlines, histrionic borderlines. Some borderlines have bipolar disorder. So it's not a one size fits all. I'm talking about the general traits of the people in my life and people that I have seen since then that have the disorder. It's almost carbon copy behaviors, maybe in different ways for different circumstances, but my personal experience, almost carbon copy. I can tell you that maybe some borderlines are a little bit less tactful than other ones, maybe. Some of them just blurt out whatever's on their mind. Other of them act out whatever is on their mind. So it's not always covert. It could be overt as well, I think. Yeah, I'm just explaining, well, not even most of the traits, but the fact that borderlines have empathy or the ability to be or to perceive things in an empathic way at first, and then it all gets twisted from there. That's what I'm saying. Now, a treated borderline, on the other hand, they can see what they're doing, so they can stop themselves. What I was just describing is somebody that's on this, like Matthew said, a roller coaster ride or a downhill slide. The flip-flopping, yes, exactly. I'm going to just list the traits for a minute. If I can get this to open up. I'm going to put this on my borderline page on my computer too. Oh, if I can find it. Where is it? BPD overview. So yeah, there's high functioning borderlines. There's regular functioning. There's comorbid depression, anxiety, eating disorder, substance abuse. You're right. There's all different, various levels of it. The reason we need to know about this is it affects 5.9% of adults, about 14 million Americans at some time in their life. And it's also more prevalent than Alzheimer's disease, and also even more than schizophrenia and bipolar combined. 20% of people with borderline personality disorder end up in psychiatric care, and it affects people in outpatient mental health places a lot. It's very common. I know my daughter works in one of those, and she says it's very common to see that kind of thing there. And the thing is, it's treatable. If they engage in the treatment, they really want help, they can find relief for their symptoms. They can learn new ways to behave so they don't drive people away. Excuse me. Let me see if I can find, I'm still looking for the traits, guys. Okay, here are the traits, and I'm actually going to put them to the screen so y'all can see them and hold on to them in case you need to. If it'll let me. Hold on. I'm going to put just the first few on there. There's 1 through 3. I'll do the next ones for you. Four and 5. I'm going to do 6 and 7. Yep, that's true, Jean Marie. She's pretty smart in this stuff. She's been through a lot. She knows her stuff. I wish G would open up a room and actually share her, how she overcame her issues. Sometimes it would be helpful to people. Just a thought, though. Not saying you have to. I'm just saying I think it would be helpful. Oh, did I miss 6? Hang on a minute. Totally missed number 6. Oh, there it is. Okay. This is not easy typing this in. Yeah. It keeps going up on me. Oh, jeez. 6. There's 6 and 7. Oh, wow. Sorry, Karen. I just read what you wrote. So sorry. That's terrible. Let's see. Six and seven, constant feelings with. Ignore the number on that one. I don't know why it did that. Eight and nine. Yep, there we go. So all this can be deleted. And this is where it came from. So you don't think I pulled it out my ear. It really is legit. Wow, Karen. I'm sorry. Terrible. You too, say Robbie. Anyway, so that's all I got on that. I just thought I'd share that. Because studying personality disorders and dealing with people that have them and being in relationships with people that have them is pretty much what this channel was founded on. So just thought I'd come back to what this channel was founded on and explain my past relationship with Rachel a little bit more. Honey, are you hungry? I am too, but I don't know what I want. Well, I know this. Kind of thinking tacos.
What?
I was kind of thinking tacos. But I don't know. I understand you, Marie. I'm logging some stuff into my food thing. Hang on. So I learned something today, guys. Lentils not cooked and split peas not cooked do not taste good. Just saying. Gotta cook them suckers. Garbanzo beans? I love garbanzo beans. I like them when they're baked. Yummy. Crunchy. Delicious. So yeah, I got a few more carbs I can still eat, and mostly fat that I can eat, I think. Oh no, this is for my day, I think. I don't think that was my moderate carb day, so I need to find my moderate. Moderate. I need to whatever you call it, configure this or whatever. Matthew's not a big fan of garbanzos. Well, cut back on the carbs is what I could tell you, Karen. That's the best way. I started working out today, too. I did an 8-minute Taibo workout. I'm going to try to work out a little bit on one day, and the next day I'm going to stretch. Next day I'm going to work out, then stretch every other day. That's how it's going to be. Get myself moving and grooving. Matthew doesn't like sardines either because he calls them devilfish. Some people eggs, Matthew calls sardines devilfish. Oh, man. Matthew, you're so silly. They come from the devil. Everything Matthew doesn't like comes from the devil. Any kind of food. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's hard when you can't move, I know. Maybe do some chair exercises with Gloria. Start out slow and kind of work your way up. That helps. I mean, people don't think those chair exercises do much, but they will wear you out. Trust me. They're just as much exercise as anything else. Same with Pilates. That's really a rough exercise. Tiring. Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, I'm still in a size 18, so I'm not throwing any stones at you. I need to look up a word here. Hang on. That's okay. I understand. My body doesn't like carrying around extra weight either, Karen. So I understand that. So I want to do a vote because I'm kind of torn about something. There are certain people that comment on my comment channel calling me all kinds of names, and I won't get into what the names are. You can just read it for yourself as long as it lasts. If you owned a channel and somebody was constantly berating you and calling you names and accusing you of things, how would you handle it? Would you respond? Would you delete? Would you report? I need to know. Just type into the chat. Respond, delete, report. And whatever I see more of, that's how I'm going to handle it. Because I really don't know how to handle it anymore. Everything in me wants to do the whole fight thing, you know, fight or flight. Mommy Mars would respond. So we got one respond. I'm going to tally this up. Wilson would respond, report. Hang on a minute. Don't type in anymore. I'm going to make an actual chart of this so I can see it in front of me. So we got respond, report, delete. All right. So what do we got here? We got, hang on, guys. Don't type yet. Okay. So tally 1 for respond. Mommy Murph says respond. Okay. And then Michelle says respond. Okay. So then there's 1 for report from Wilson. Tracker says report. Grandma Ducky says block. Well, it's kind of deleting, I think. Report from Karen Parton. Christine Haig says respond. Okay. So far, there's more saying respond than anything else. Everybody else vote that wants to vote on this, tally it up so I know which one's more. Karen Parton says she's a wuss. So what would you do, Karen? I don't think you gave me an answer. Or did you? Yeah, you did. Sorry. Delete. Well, I'm not a wuss, but I just want to know what the best response or reaction would be on my end. If I should sit there and try to defend myself or tell him to blink off or, you know. Well, it's about the e-begging, the panhandling, the putting things on here for views and subs, that kind of stuff. How to handle. I again cannot see Sweet Wheat. Hi, Poetry Pebbles. Because I'm pretty sure Matthew's and Carol's advice was to ignore or delete or report. Right, honey?
Right.
Matthew usually says just ignore it.
Best response is no response.
Best response is no response. So Matthew's vote is to ignore, which is basically, let's see, I didn't even have one for ignore. So we'll do ignore for the 4th one. So you can respond, report, delete, or ignore. Okay, Poetry. So when somebody calls me a panhandler, what am I supposed to say? So Tracker, are you saying ignore or what? What do I do? Respond, report, delete, ignore. Okay. So respond. Now we got a tie between response and responding and reporting. Tracker says report. Ignore and report. All right. Report's winning. I like that, Mommy Mars. Yeah, give me some responses. Let me write these down. That's your opinion. I know my truth. I like this. Glad I asked. I don't have all the answers. Not really many of them, actually. I know my truth. Tell them to. Michelle! No, 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 no. Retract, Michelle. No word like that in the room. You know better. It's against the rule. Michelle K. Because I can't delete the comment anyway, but whatever. Thank you for thinking of me. Okay. Grandma Ducky says delete. Thank you for thinking of me. So somebody calls me a panhandler, I'm supposed to say thank you for thinking of me? Thank you, Michelle. I know you do. Care about you too. Glad I'm on your mind. Karen, I love you too. I always like that's kind of sarcastic though. Thanks for your comment. Yeah. So in the winning side of things, we got report. And we got that's your opinion. I know my truth. And thanks for your comment. Bless your heart. Okay. Bless your heart. I will alternate between the responses. Haters gonna hate. God knows my truth. That's a good one. Yeah, but people don't like it when I call them haters. You're labeling me. I'm not a hater. I'm not a lurker. I just sit and watch. Okay, well, good. Then you're not a lurker. You're not who I'm talking about when I talk about lurkers. That's your opinion, Wilson says. That's, well, I already got you. That's your opinion. Of here once. That's not true, but thank you for taking time out of your day to write about me. I like that. That's a good one. Tracker, that's good. Thank you for taking time out of your day to write. Do you like that one, honey?
Yeah.
Out of your day to write about me. Did you want to go live, honey? Am I infringing on your time?
No.
Okay. Thanks for the comment. You may now exit to the left. That's kind of rude. They're already mad because I delete their comments and report them, so I don't want to stir up any controversy more than I do already. It is funny, though. You may now exit to the left. Any others? I'm enjoying this. I'm glad to hear your input. Take a seat. Well, where are they going to sit? I always want to say get in line. I got all kinds of haters in front of you. Take a spot in line. I'm reading something. I'll be right with you. Oh. Somebody wrote me a really nice message. Pea picking heart. Well, bless your little pea picking heart. That's funny. Oh my God, a thorn bush? That's what I'm supposed to say? OMG, a thorn bush? Oh, I see. To sit on a seat. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I can't see you, sweet wheat, at all. Well, that's a fine howdy do. I don't think they'd understand that one, but it is kind of cute. I like it. I'm going to keep it. Oh, thank you, Grandma Ducky. I'm glad I'm not all that bad. Just a little bit bad. Yeah, I know, Mommy. I get it. It took me a minute to look back and see what you were talking about. I guess you got to define bad, huh? Well, I'm bad. I'm bad. I know it. I think that's a Michael Jackson song, isn't it? Mommy Mars. Go grab the nearest cactus. I'm not going to put that. That was funny, though. I like a little bit of sarcasm, like if we're just playing around. It doesn't bother me. Oh, I'm repulsive. Okay.
No.
No? Oh. I'm not okay. I'm not repulsive. Oh, okay.
No, you're not okay.
I'm not okay.
No.
What do you mean? Are you saying that or is somebody else saying that?
I am.
Oh, I'm not okay. What am I then? What do you mean? I'm confused. Whatever. I can't see anybody that's saying anything that he's talking about. Oh, gotcha, Grandma Ducky. Evening, Lisa. Since you came in late, Lisa, we were taking a tally a moment ago on whether I should respond, report, delete, or ignore comments on my channel that are mean, like you're a panhandler. You only put your house flood on there to get views and subscribers. You only talked about your marriage to get views. How do I respond? Do I respond? Do I report? Do I delete? Do I ignore? That's what we were talking about. And I was taking a little tally of it. So far, report seems to be in the lead by one. Report and respond are the two main ones. So I think that might be what I do. But I don't know how you can respond and report. Because if you respond, then you just leave it there. But if you report it, the whole comment goes poof, disappears. So I don't think there would be a way to do both. Poetry Pebbles is saying respawn. Now we got a tie between respond and report. I bet you do, Karen. Ignore. Well, ignore is not in the lead. I can tell you that. There's very few people that say to ignore it. I would explain it to you, but I don't have the time or the crayons. Grandma Ducky, where do you come up with this? She is something else. You missed your calling. You're supposed to be a comedian, I'm pretty sure. It's not too late, by the way. That's all right, Karen. I pray about all decisions. That's a good one. I'm going to have some index cards made up with all this. Ah, report's still in the lead. Yeah, I don't like being falsely accused either, but it happens so flipping much on here anymore. I'm just exhausted trying to keep up with it all. And then if I say something like, no, I didn't do that, then I'm defending myself. And Dee Dee, you don't have to defend yourself. So it's like, well, do I just let it go or do I speak up for myself? I don't know. I don't think there's an easy answer on that one. Everybody keep One Love's daughter in your prayers, by the way. She had her tonsils out. Grandma Ducky, I see what you're saying, but if I agreed with you, then we'd both be wrong. I'm keeping that one for sure. It'll make them go, huh? Just like it just did me. I'm like, I'm still trying to figure that one out. That's perfect. I needed a good laugh today, too. That's a riot. Okay, Mommy Mars. Thanks for sharing. I like Grandma Ducky's a lot. I gotta tell Carol that one. She'll love it. Welcome back, Michelle. We have 30 people in here to talk about how to answer the comments on the chat. Oh, there you are. What'd you miss? Okay. I'm okay. First of all, I took a tally on how to respond or whatever with the comments because people are calling me a panhandler, an e-beggar, and whatever. So do I respond, report, delete, or ignore? So I'm doing a tally. So far, the tally is report 6. Respond 5. Wait, no, sorry. Respond 5. Report 6. Delete 3. Ignore 3. Michelle, you already voted. You can't vote twice. Silly. And then after that, Carol. Oh, Life by the River says respond. I thought you already voted Life by the River, didn't you? I don't want to vote twice because I'm trying to make this fair. Then we were talking about how to actually answer them if I did decide to respond. So here's what we got. That's your opinion. I know my truth. Thanks for your comment. Bless your heart. God knows my truth. That's not true, but thank you for taking time out of your day to write about me. Well, that's a fine how do you do. I pray about all decisions. This is the best. This wins. I swear if I had a prize, I'd give it. I see what you're saying, but if I agreed with you, we'd both be wrong. I love it. Then somebody said, thanks for sharing. Which one did you like, Carol? Some people are like clouds. When they disappear, it's a brighter day. Grandma Ducky, you are something else. Oh my gosh. I'm dying over here. I won't probably put that one in a comment because it's kind of mean, but oh God. Oh, the one out of didn't you like the one that Grandma Ducky said? I see what you're saying, but if I agreed with you, we'd both be wrong. Oh man. Oh, you like the other one better. Okay. That's not true, but thank you for taking time out of your day to write about me. Oh, jeez. You guys are the greatest. Seriously, this is so fun. And I definitely will be using some of these. You will see them pop up on my comments because I'm like so done with trying to figure out how to respond. Yes, Miss Mystery was the one that said I was a panhandler, y'all. And that I brought my marriage information and problems on here just to get views and subscribers and money. So how do I respond to Miss Mystery? Because I don't want to, Miss Mystery. Basically, I treasure my friends' opinions. I'm done responding. I've responded till I'm all responded out, and I'm tired of justifying myself. Trying to prove that my innocence. It's ridiculous. Thanks, but no thanks. It's not like I'm asking for cosmetic dental work. Well, if you want to donate to me to get cosmetic dental work, I'm game. Wouldn't mind it. Actually, I don't need cosmetic dental work. I have pretty decent teeth. Thanks to my parents doing cosmetic dental work years ago with me. Bionators, retainers, fun stuff. Is it going to rain? I hear thunder or something. Exactly, Karen. I would say so. And I'm not going to stay on here long because I have a class to do. Classes. Actually, I am getting my certification in ESL. What's how I respond, Sue? Me? I didn't see what you said. Just has 3 squares. Says that's how you respond, Dee Dee. Did you mean I give him 3 squares? 2 squares? Is anybody seeing what she's saying? Because I'm not seeing it. Is it showing up, honey?
What?
Is what Sue Me is saying showing up?
Just a thumbs up.
Give him a thumbs
Oh,
up. Oh. Okay. Let's hide that one. Sue Me. I don't think so. Well, there you go, Miss Mystery. Sue Me pretty much answered it. Yes, Erie Rising, exactly. There's another company I want to work for, and they require this TOEFL, whatever the heck it's called, TOEFL testing degree thing in order to work for them. So I want to do it. I want to get, and plus I want to learn more. I want to learn how to actually help these people more systematically that I work with, these students. I'm good, Sue. How are you? I'll get off of here at about 6:30. Then Matthew and I are going to find something to eat. And then I'm going to do my classes. I think I might do some more tutoring after supper. Make a little bit more money to pay the bills. I got some bills coming up. By the way, I've been watching this really awesome thing on Hulu about Dr. Ruth. Now, I know what she stood for and all that stuff. That's funny, Grandma Ducky. Okay, there you go. There you go, Miss Mystery. There's your answer, too. We have to find you the top 7 skills of a successful panhandler. Dr. Ruth had a really rough life. She went through a lot of stuff. She was raised in Nazi Germany, had to leave there, go to Sweden. She's been through a lot. And you don't know because everybody knows her as the you-know-what doctor. But she went through a lot. That lady went through tons of stuff. I had no idea. I'm watching her whole life story unfold before me on a video, and it's pretty amazing. The resiliency she must have had. Oh my gosh. Lost her family. Lost a few boyfriends along the way. Was made to be almost a slave in an orphanage. Oh boy, Grandma Ducky, watch out. Usually when he says that, he doesn't offend you. Yeah, it was awful, Karen. I didn't have many today. I'll have to tell you in a minute. I'll have to look it up because I don't really know offhand. I'm thinking 4 or 5. Not very many. Because I'm not on the special hour thing, so. Let me see. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've talked to about 9 people in the past couple days. Made close to $50. Not too bad. Honey, we have no idea what it's like to go through a real flood.
Who said that?
Miss Mystery. Hello, Miss Mystery. That's her name. Hello, Miss Mystery. We have no idea what it is to go through a real flood.
Never said we didn't. Well, we went through a flood.
We went through a flood. We have mold growing out of our walls and floors.
We got like 5 inches of water.
5 inches of water up the wall. No, we're clueless. We don't know what a flood is like. You're right. That's not true, but thank you for taking time out of your day to write about me. Or us, in this case. No, I never said I suffered Hurricane Katrina. But I did have to move out of my house because I can't breathe in mold. Okay, good for you. I'm proud of you. I'm glad you made your way. That wasn't my situation. What is your point? Hello, Miss Mystery. You're a better person because you didn't ask for donations? Yay! Miss Mystery made it on her own. And yes, Katrina was awful. I agree. I never said it wasn't. But you're not a better person because you made it on your own. You had a different situation. And I made my own way too. I moved into a shed with insulation and walls that we're putting up and a cement floor, moved our bed out here, moved our TV out here. We live in 270 square feet shed. I made my way too. No, not by asking for donations. Actually, that was mostly my money. And who cares if I ask for donations? It's a free country. I can. I'm sorry that you're threatened by the fact that people like me and want to help me. So sorry. And I'm sorry that's not what happened for you. But you are not me and you're not in my situation. So I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you're doing well. Congratulations. You probably live in a house too. And have a car, most likely. So everybody's situation is not ours. Okay, well, you must have a nice trailer. Good. That's good. I'm so glad for you, Miss Mystery. I really am. I'm thankful for other people's blessings. That's good. I'm glad you were able to do it without help. Well, you know I do GoFundMe's. Why don't you open yourself a GoFundMe? And people will help you get out of the not nice trailer. Or fix up your not nice trailer. That's what friends are for, actually, to help each other when they're down. I've actually helped quite a few people on the internet, on YouTube, with donations and with other stuff. So it's not like I'm the only one being helped. I pay it forward. Anything else? Huh? I have no idea what you're talking about, but okay. I don't see your point. Right, Karen, true. Grandma Ducky. Grandma Ducky, you're the perfect.
Just saw that on a movie.
You're the perfect moderator. Seriously. But it is true. That was good though. Seriously and funny. And I'm sorry if people resemble that remark, but it's if the shoe fits, wear it. If it doesn't, then don't. Okay. Yes, that's why people LOL during most of my chat rooms. Because I bring misery wherever I go. Mm-hmm. No, let her say what. Okay, well, whatever. I was gonna say, Michelle, just let her talk. She's got a lot on her mind, obviously. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's all right if they are. I don't care. You sure your name isn't Hello Miss Misery? Not Mystery? Because apparently people know who you are, so the mystery is done. I don't know who you are. I don't really want to know who you are because you don't sound like a real nice person. Yeah, I like that game, Carol. That's a fun one. Okay, Michelle. Get down your wall there, girl. Put down your weapon. Put down your wrench. I wonder whoever came up with the idea of wrenches. It is so weird. Hi, Chris. I don't know you, but hi. By the way, I know you're new in here, Miss Mystery. You might want to familiarize yourself with the rules of the room. I'm just letting you know ahead of time, so. Maybe not a troll. I don't know. Let the person talk, and then you can determine whether they're a troll. I don't want to drive everybody away just because I suspect something's up till I know for sure. If they want to be in here, let them be in here. The more the merrier. I like subs, remember? I like subs and views. That's why I'm on here. I know, Michelle. Calm down. It'll be all right. You don't want a wrench? You don't? Okay. I'll get rid of your wrench. I unmodded my hubby. You're welcome, love. Okay, Lisa. Good night, or good day, or whichever it is over there. Hey, sunshine. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Da, 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 da. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Da, 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 da. Night, night. Anything else to talk about, y'all? Get off of here in about 4 minutes. Go and make us something to eat. I don't know what. Something. And then it'll be time to wind down for the night. do a few of my classes, maybe spend some time with the hubby, watch a movie or something. Who knows?
I just added a bunch.
What? Movies? Cool. You had tuna? Cool. Okay, Michelle. Whatever works for you. I don't know. Do you have any thoughts for dinner, honey? Anything sound good or seem good?
I like the salad.
Peanut butter and jelly?
Yeah, except for not bread.
You don't need it. Salmon, rice, and stuffed mushrooms. I do have mushrooms. Not stuffed ones, just mushrooms. I could always add some yummies in with them. That would be kind of good. Some almond flour, a little bit of flax, a little bit of butter. Huh.
Top with peanut butter and jelly.
On mushrooms? Ew.
You don't know. Don't knock it until you freaking try it.
Maybe peanut butter, not jelly. Oh, they went on vacation? Cool, Michelle.
No, honey. Both. Peanut butter and jelly went on vacation?
No, 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
I'm getting loud.
Ooh, sorry, Tracker. It's not good. I figured out what being on YouTube drama stuff reminds me of. It just occurred to me. That's my husband, not my boyfriend. And that was rude. You're not my boyfriend.
He didn't know that. How is he supposed to know that?
Fine, I'll unhide him if I can. I can't. Oh well.
You guys are all way too trigger happy.
Fine, I will not protect your butt anymore. I'll just let you suffer.
Well, protect my butt. Just let me protect the rest of it.
See you, Karen. One more minute. See, honey? They're responding to you. Night, sunshine. Nighty night. YouTube Poetry Pebbles. What's up, Sumi? What are you humming about? Hi, cats meow. I'm okay. Still standing. You too, Grandma Ducky. Thanks for your humor tonight, as always. You always bring it. Always count on you. Oh, yeah. That's a friend of mine. Actually, I've said there were many young guys. Yeah, that's true. That's why we're in marriage counseling right now. We're working out our stuff. Thank you for your concern. You may exit to the left. No. Thank you, Cat's Meow. Oh yeah, we know Katrina had assistance. So did Iowa across the river from us. They got plenty of assistance. We just didn't over here where I live. I'm not going to time out my husband. Oh, look at this nice comment. Gag, who would ever want you? Lots of guys actually. Any boyfriends? Yeah, my husband. My husband, my ex-husband, my first ex-husband wanted me. Had 3 children by him. Was married 23 years to him. Yeah, I know ya. Oh, lots of boyfriends in the past. Believe me, they all wanted me. People on the dating chat lines, they wanted me. Lots of people. Women, honey, not true.
How do you know?
23 years married to the first husband. 2.5 years to the second husband. 3 years to this husband, but I've been with him for 5 years.
Yes,
Yeah.
I got the second one.
I really haven't met many men that didn't like me unless they were like really creepy and yucky looking and yucky feeling, like energy, bad energy coming from them. And them, I didn't want them either, so it was all good. So, and as somebody told me earlier, to you, gamer boy person, I see what you're saying, but if I agreed with you, we'd both be wrong. And I don't agree with you because I know men wanted me and still would want me. Tracker. Oh, Tracker, you're funny. Probably so, though. It's probably what it is. I don't know. I'm not available, though, regardless, so guess Chris will have to go find a gamer chick or something. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and beauty is only skin deep, which means you have to have a good heart and be a kind person and be somebody desirable to a guy for him to want you. And I am all those, so at least in my marriage, I am. Try to be anyway. Not that I'm perfect at it. Okay, Connie, just Connie. Good night. I do not have a good heart. Yes, because you're God and you can see my heart. Okay, gotcha. How come you retracted your message? I almost thought somebody deleted the message. That was interesting. Do I have survival skills? What does that mean? Survival skills. Depends what you mean. You mean like hunting to eat, survive, that type of thing? Oh, this chat lately has always been like this, Sue. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, well. There, I'm begging. I'm sure somebody can copy that and make a video of it. I really don't care what you think. Everybody on YouTube, I guess, is a beggar and a panhandler. Everybody begs if they make money. That's why YouTube puts out vidIQ and other things to teach people how to get subs and views and make money. Yes, we're all beggars. Okay. I'm sorry, Miss Mystery, if you did not get the help you needed from Katrina. Neither did we from FEMA, so I get it. DD Hello is still causing problems. Oh. Nah. Just giving opinions. I don't have to try. It's already justified. I've already been justified, actually. A long time ago, about 2,000 years ago, I was justified. So I don't really need to. Keep talking. I don't get, it does you good to get it off your chest. I would normally, but this person in particular is just going to continue to litter my comments with whatever. So since they're here and they got a lot going on to talk about, and I'm about ready to leave anyway, yeah, let it all out. Go ahead. I'll make an exception. I know I break my own rules. Welcome to my cyclothymic world. I'm just curious. I'm just curious. I just want to hear what you got to say. I'm actually really calm right now, amazingly. This is the end of the month. I'm usually like flipping out by now and all defensive. That's why, because my chat is lame. Interesting that when you're not in here, my chat is like 40 people usually having a good time. So I guess you got to define the word lame. Michelle, it's okay. Just relax. Take some deep breaths. It'll be okay. People have a right to have a voice. I want to hear what their accusations are against me so I can answer. Hey, Lola. Hola, Lola, Lola, hello. Hola, Lola, hello. Keep on singing your theme song. Yeah, wow, 30 or 40 people. Decent, genuine, kind-hearted people. Michelle, if it bothers you, you might want to go take a break. My husband and I are in agreement that this person has a lot to say and needs a place to say it. So go for it. As Fraser would say, I'm listening. Just hurry, because I'm getting hungry, and it's like 6:41, past the time I said I was getting off here. So hopefully you can say what you have to say quickly. I'll give you the heads up if I need you, Michelle. No problem. I also have a wrench. Remember that. Here goes the unknown calls again. Not interested. Seriously, you wore out your welcome a long time ago. I never laughed at what you went through in Katrina at all. Not at all. Not even close. I said, I'm sorry you didn't get the help you needed. I know what that's like. That is what I said. I don't know how you think that's laughing at you. All I laughed at or mocked, as you said, was some of the other things you said about me. Panhandling, begging, I don't have survival skills. That's why I have to beg. That's what I was laughing at and mocking. I wasn't really laughing at that either. Just being sarcastic. Now think, Miss Mystery, if somebody came into your chat room and said some of the things you just said to me here, how would you react to it? I'm sorry your son has PTSD. That stinks. My husband has PTSD. I have PTSD, actually, as well. Sorry I don't answer unknown calls or calls from numbers I don't know. I'm very sorry to hear about your son. I'm honestly not trying to mock you going through hardship at all. I know what it's like. No, I did not go through a horrible flood like Katrina and some of the other ones. Okay. Well, this is a 309 number. I better answer that one. Hello? I'm good. Who's... I don't have a mobile device call company that needs to be calling me, so nice try. Yeah, it's very sad that your 6-year-old is going through that. I am definitely not holier than thou. I try to be holy. Sometimes I fall very short in that, but not holier than anybody else. I don't even go to church, so I definitely wouldn't say I'm holier than thou. Years ago, I would have told you I was. When I was in the Word of Faith movement, would have told you you were going to hell, because out of the abundance of your heart, the mouth speaks. And I would have said I was better than pretty much everybody. That's not me anymore. Okay. Well, many people are. Honey, do you want to answer the phone in case I'm missing important calls?
Yeah.
Hello? What do you think? Same thing. I watched a good documentary on a little boy that was transgender. I can't remember what its name is. It was an interesting story. Hey, I believe in whatever God puts on somebody's heart. Jazz, yeah, jazz. Thank you, Sunshine Baby. Yeah, jazz. Then I found an interesting documentary, and I totally understood how they felt. whatever they identify with, that's who they are. It's not our place to, you know, say they have to be one way or the other. Yeah, Jazz is a lot older. I mean, to each his own. Life is short. My foster mom is probably dying right now. And I'm not going to get into silly arguments over dumb stuff. There's no point. Yeah, Jazz has a TV show, yes. Yep. I know who you're talking about. I think he's, or she, sorry. She is Hispanic, I think, maybe. Hi, Lee. $40 people. Wow. Yeah, I'm really upset about it too, Lola. Foster mom was the one that took me in when I was pregnant at 17. Hey, Shmoo. What's up? Yeah. I think Matthew does. Do you have a code for the red box?
It's marijuana.
It's what?
Marijuana.
Oh, Matthew doesn't have codes, he said. You want us to buy the movies and you're going to pay us back? The red box? She has no way to. What movie do you want to see? You want to see what? We already saw Breakthrough. What was it about again? Oh, yeah, I remember now. Yeah, it was excellent. Good movie. And we saw Shazam, too. Shazam was okay. I didn't like the one violent part, but it wasn't a bad movie. Yeah. She said if we buy movies, she'll pay us back.
If she's paying for them, then I'll get Breakthrough. I'm not going to get something that I've already seen with my
Right.
rentals.
Yeah, he said if you're paying. What? Wait, if she's paying for it? I didn't understand that.
If she's paying us back, then I'll get them for her. But I'm not going to use my free rentals on a movie I've already seen.
Yeah, he said he'll get those movies if you want, like if you're going to pay us for them, because he's not going to use his free rentals on movies he's already seen.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see anything else there that I wanted to see.
Yeah. Hey, Red Ruby. Yeah. Okay.
I have a 5 and I have a 10.
Okay.
No, if I have any more, I might. But if I have to, I'll just give you the 5.
How many movies are we getting?
I just wanted you to get Shazam and Breakthrough.
All right. We already saw them, but that's fine.
Okay.
All right.
I'll be ready.
Okay. Love you.
I love you. Bye.
Bye. Okay. Hey, how are you? I'm fine. How are you? Okay, Red Ruby. I'm fine. How are you? What do they charge at Redbox for a movie? $1.99, I think. No? $1.84?
For DVD.
Oh. That's dumb. Why would they not have almost an even number? $1.84. It's odd. Anyway, Miss Mystery, we do care about your son. We care about you. I'm glad that you have survival skills better than I did. I did the best I could, is all I can say. Hello? Mm-hmm. I really didn't need to show our whole flood online and our repairs and moving out and stuff online. I just thought I felt like I had family on here that was interested and caring and concerned about it. So I showed it. Now what? Hello?
Hello, hola amigo. I'd like to order those burritos today. One with carne asada, one with canitas. Please add extra onions and cilantro. I would like to order to go for a poquito.
Sorry, Lo siento. You have the wrong number. No, you got the wrong number. This is not a Mexicano restaurante. Goodbye. These people are incorrigible, I swear. Well, don't worry about me now, Michelle. I'm fine for now. What? 8 minutes? For what? Okay. Sounds like a plan to me. I will. 8 minutes, Matthew said. And I can get off. Oh, that's good, Lee. I'm glad. Why do they insist on doing this every single night? Yes. Do 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 do. Mm-hmm. Guess who's live? Isn't there a person supposed to call me in 2 hours? Well, they're live right now. So maybe that ain't gonna happen. Just fine by me. Either way, whatever. Hi, autumn, winter. Who knows? Probably just borrowing my videos again to make another documentary or to comment as I talk. As I made my video a long time ago. It's what they do. So, whatever. Well, YouTube is weird. Anyway, I talked to some awesome people today. One lady, I really liked her a lot. She's a rebel like me. She was saying how, well, she doesn't like children, I guess. They take up too much time and effort. So she doesn't want any. But she's really nice and smart. A lot of these people in foreign countries are electrical and mechanical engineers. Engineer seems to be, no, I can't say. Engineers seem to be like the going job for people in Saudi Arabia and Turkey and stuff. Yeah, she was from Turkey, actually. Oh, no, I will not do a deep investigation about 12 tribes. I don't even want to deal with those people. They're just mean. I think people on here are mean. Go tangle with a cult. They do not appreciate anybody getting involved in exposing them. And the honest truth is, Autumn Winter, 12 tribes is all over the world now. You're not going to stop them. You're not going to stop any cult until enough people get together and go in and infiltrate the system. You're not going to. Just like I can't stop this joker from calling me over here with their little automatic call thing. Yo.
Hello, my brother.
Not your brother.
You don't do it.
What?
You don't do it.
What way?
You have people that don't do it, my brother.
I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
In time, I wish you would be my brother. To understand.
I'm not your brother.
You cannot escape the way of the devil.
The way of the devil?
You want me to do that?
Yeah, I can dispute the way of the devil.
In Uganda,
You are just weird. Quit calling here. I don't serve the devil. I don't go the way of the devil.
I spit on you.
You spit on me? Okay. Yeah, I felt that one, dude. Wow, what are you doing?
By Frank Color. Download the app today at frankcolor.io.
Prankcaller.io. At least they tell you you've been gotten by a prank caller. Hi, Kalia. What are you getting freaked out by, Lola J? I'm going off in about 2 minutes, Carol, to go and eat and do some classes so I can get my ESL or whatever it is, TOEFL license or something. TOEFL, TOEFL, my certificate, so that I can be better prepared to work with my students. Oh, Lola. Nah. More like it's under attack by people that have issues they haven't dealt with. If it is demons, well, the Lord rebuke you, Satan, and all your little minions. I render all of you void. I silence all your mouths, command you to leave, and release you from your plot, ploy, schemes, and endeavors. In Yeshua's name. Who knows how they got my email? Just lucky, I guess.
Well, the obvious answer would be somebody who knows me.
Yeah, Matthew says somebody who knows me, probably. All right, it's 7. I'm going. I love y'all. I do. Thanks for all coming in. There's like been 40 people in here, 30 people. It's been awesome. But I'm going to go and eat. I'm going to get off of here and away from the drama and head on in to get something to snack on or something. Night, Sue. God bless. Yeah, I know. God bless you. See you next time.